So it rained last night, and we'll see all of this chemical stratospheric aerosol injection particulates. Now that obviously nano, you see they've bunched up. You see them. It's quite interesting, isn't it? We're going to take a sample. I'm going to do a video and stitch it together here. Alright, we're going to try and pick some of this up. It's extremely difficult. It's not easy to pick up, by the way. Yeah, but we're going to try and do a magnetic test.
1 hour later.
So here we have, I'm back in the house. Took the samples off the back of the car. Obviously a lot of people are getting upset about this. They washed their cars, not happy. Getting up this morning, car's covered in, what is it? Well, if you've been watching the skies over the last few months, you'll see all that crap coming out the back of the planes, which they say has got something to do with, what was it? Condensation. Well, I think not. Because obviously, if you look at this, now, here we have near the magnet. Now, you've got to remember, magnetic particulates are extremely dangerous. I've already reported this to Gateshead Council, to the environmental group, because obviously from an environmental perspective they have got a duty in the 2012 Social Care Act, and obviously I've got a nice reply. Wasn't basically dismissive at all. What it said was speak to the aviation authorities about this, okay, because they said it's got nothing to do with them, the environment, Gateshead Council, it's got nothing to do with them, but you pay the environmental director there for, it's got nothing to do with them. So let's just have a look, because a lot of people are upset more the fact that they're going to have to come and wash their cars, right, which is going to cost them a few quid. And obviously you've been breathing this in, so as the kids. So no wonder everybody's bad. I wonder if it's got something to do with this next. So there we have, right, so you can see I've just put the neodymium magnet there. You see that? Look, see the magnetism. You see that? You see them, right? There you go. So you've got magnet particulates that have just appeared on the top of the vehicles, on the top of the vehicle in particular, last night. So it's not off the brakes, it's not off coming out the back of somebody's car, right? The car was clean last night, gets up the morning, absolutely filthy. You've seen us actually take these samples off the vehicle. And there you go, magnetic particulates, all right, look at them. I mean, how dangerous is that? Magnetic materials aren't safe, by the way, yeah. So no wonder everybody's ill. I know they're gearing up to make everybody ill. That's the next one, isn't it? What do they call it? Well, they keep changing the name. Used to be monkeypox, didn't it? And then they changed it to something else when everybody laughed them out of all the media. Anyway, there you go, people. That's what's on your cars. Get on to your local MPs. They've had hundreds of people complaining to local MPs this morning, MPs officers. So we'll be creating this video, and then you can get it sent to them and ask them what the hell is going on. Well, unfortunately, I think hell is the operative word here.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
This special news broadcast is brought to you by 77th Brigade. 77th Brigade is a hybrid unit of regulars and reservists with specialist skills to combat new forms of warfare in the information environment for the defense of the UK and its overseas territories. But these days we enjoy mocking idiots, like the fake weapons expert and so-called not indoctrinated scientist, Mark Steele, because he makes it so easy. In the video of Mark Steele that we just watched, he claimed the film. That was covers his car was.
Chemical stratospheric aerosol injection particulates.
Listen, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
And Mark, being Mark, had to get out his phone and make a video adding his own, not indoctrinated scientists' educated thoughts to the film he found. Covering his car, Mark even collected some of his so-called chemical, stratospheric aerosol injection nanomaterial and took it home to do a not indoctrinated scientist's experiment, showing us all how his collected samples were attracted to a magnet. But Mark's collected samples weren't chemical. Stratospheric aerosol injection, magnetic nanomaterial, dumped out the back of airplanes. It was simply Saharan dust that has blown over in a recent storm and has been widely reported in the media, with headlines like "Saharan dust cloud sweeps over UK, covering cars in a orange powder. Why air car covered in a layer of dust this morning? People woke up to a fill of sand on their cars caused by a plume of Saharan dust." Looking at Saharan dust chemical composition on Wikipedia, we see that, in samples of Saharan dust from 2005, the average composition of the dust particles was 64% silicates, 14% sulfates, 6% quartz, 5% high calcium particles, 1% iron-rich hematite, 1% soot, and 9% other carbon-rich particles. These samples found 17 different elements in the dust particles, which included but were not limited to sodium, manganese, aluminum, silicon, iron, cobalt, copper, potassium, and calcium. They also state, the dust supplied from the Sahara to the subtropical North Atlantic contains a large amount of iron, compared with other sources of dust to the ocean. It also contains aluminum, which is not needed for primary production, but can be used as a marker of the dust source. Dust from the Sahara also supplies phosphorus and silica to surface waters. Dust has also been shown to carry sulfur. However, this is not well understood. Now moving on to the biological properties. Saharan dust provides marine ecosystems with important nutrients. Iron is a necessary micronutrient for photosynthesis in marine primary producers, such as phytoplankton, in parts of the Atlantic. Dissolved iron is thought to limit the amount of photosynthesis that phytoplankton can carry out in most of the dust brought to the ocean's surface. The iron is not soluble, and organisms require an organic molecule called a ligand to help dissolve the iron, so that organisms can use it for photosynthesis. After doing a bit of our own research, we have found out that Saharan dust contains iron, which any child will tell you is attracted to a magnet. Take care, keep safe, and remember to take the advice of conspiracy theorists and do your own research, because everything people like the fake weapons expert and not indoctrinated scientist Mark Steele says is usually complete bullshit fear porn to scare the gullible into subscribing to his political party with the illusion that a monthly subscription will give you withheld knowledge, and the delusion it gives you some sort of divine legal powers. It don't. It just fills the pockets of the grifter known as Mark Steele,